I'm Kumar. Welcome to my series on functions. Here is a very important test question based on functions. The question here is, the diagram shows a square inscribed in a square with side length of 10 centimeters. So the outer square has side length of 10 centimeters, right? So this is 10, this is also 10. And the inscribed square is this. Part A of the question is, write a function a of x to represent the area of the inscribed square as a function of x. So we need to find this area as a function of this x, where x is the length shown in the figure. Find domain and range of this area function. You can all pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, looking into this diagram, we can clearly say that if this side is x, and from the symmetry, the other side should be 10 minus x, correct? We are interested in finding area of the inside square. So now this right angle triangle has the side 10 minus x and x. So hypotenuse square is the area of triangle, right? So we can write this as area as a function of x should basically be equal to square of this side, right? So let's say side length is s, right? Will be side length square. Using Pythagorean theorem, we can write side length square, which is the hypotenuse of these triangles, as x square plus 10 minus x whole square. Is that clear to you? Right? So we can write this area function as this. Let's say open the bracket and expand. So we get here 10 square, which is 100, minus 2ab, which is 20x, plus x square, and simplify this to get 2x square minus 20x plus 100. So that becomes the area function in terms of x. So that is part A for us. Right? So this is the area function in terms of x. Now, part B is find domain and range of x, ax, right? Now, as far as the value of x is concerned, we can say that the domain of x is what? So domain of x will be x belongs to real numbers, where x can be 0 to 10, right? That is the limit, since this whole side is 10 units, right? X is in between 0 to 10. Now, how about the range of the function? If x equals to 0, then the area will be how much? Well, x is 0, area is 100, which is 10 square, clear? So that is the maximum, is that clear? How about the minimum area? Now, if you look at the area function, which is, let's look into it once again, area function is equals to 2x square minus 10x plus 100. Now this is a parabola which opens upwards, correct? Since it opens upward, we do have a minimum. So that vertex is the minimum. So you could find the vertex by using many different formulas. One of the methods is, of course, completing the squares, right? So let's complete the squares to find this particular point where you have the minimum area, maximum being 100, right? So for completing the squares, we can take 2 common, right? So we get x squared minus 5x plus 100. Let's keep it outside, as we do for completing the squares. And then we can take half of 5, which is 5 over 2, square it, add and subtract this number, right? 5 over 2 whole square plus 100. Now, these three terms become a perfect square, so we can write this as x minus 5 over 2 whole square, right? So that 2 gets multiplied with this, and 2 also gets multiplied with that term, which is minus 2 times 5 squared is 25 over 4 plus 100, correct? Okay, now we could write this as 2 times x minus 5 by 2 whole square, and here we get 25 by 2, right? So we get minus 25 by 2 plus 100. So that gives you, at x equals to 5 by 2, we do get a minimum, and the value is shown here, which is 100 minus 25 by 2, right? Let us actually write this function on the left side and then calculate, right? So we have our function a of x as equal to now 2 times x minus 5 by 2 whole square plus 200 minus 25, which is 175 over 2, right? So which is half of 175 is 87.5, right? So we could also write this as a of x is equals to 2 times x minus 5 by 2 whole square plus 87.5. So from here we get the range, and now we can write down the range as that becomes the minimum value, right? So we got this point, which is at 5 by 2 x value, right? 2.5, which is, and area will be 87.5. So the range for this particular function is, you could write this as area a of x belongs to real numbers, where area a of x is greater than or equal to 87.5 and less than or equal to 100, correct? So that is how you can actually get domain and range of this particular function. So I hope that helps to understand the strategy to solve such questions. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.